In a moment that blended surprise, humor, and undeniable charisma, Jonathan Bailey stepped into the spotlight as People's Sexiest Man Alive for 2025, a revelation that unfolded live on the set of The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. The announcement, delivered with all the flair of a late-night television spectacle, marked a pinnacle in Bailey's already meteoric rise through the ranks of Hollywood's most adored talents. As the camera panned across the studio audience, their cheers echoing like a wave of collective admiration, Bailey's expression was one of genuine astonishment mixed with that signature wry smile that has endeared him to millions. It was a night where the boundaries between celebrity reverence and playful banter blurred, creating an unforgettable tableau of modern stardom. The Bridgerton heartthrob, whose portrayal of the dashing Anthony Bridgerton captivated audiences with its blend of intensity and vulnerability, wasted no time in embracing the absurdity of the honor. "It's the honor of a lifetime," he declared to host Jimmy Fallon, his voice carrying a warmth that resonated through the studio lights and into living rooms across the nation. But true to his quick-witted nature, Bailey couldn't resist a jab at his host, who had cheekily claimed the title of Sexiest game show host earlier that year. "Jimmy, thank you so much for turning it down so that I could be here," he quipped, eliciting peals of laughter from the crowd. This light-hearted exchange wasn't just filler, it was a window into Bailey's personality, a man who navigates the dizzying heights of fame with the ease of someone who's equally comfortable quoting Shakespeare or cracking a self-deprecating joke. Reflecting on the lead-up to the big reveal, Bailey shared a tale of thwarted secrecy that painted him as endearingly human amid the glamour. He had attempted to leak the news to his inner circle, buzzing with excitement only to be met with skeptical shrugs. They were like, yeah. Do your affirmations," he recounted, mimicking their dismissive tones with exaggerated flair. It was a reminder that even for someone whose face graces billboards and whose performances draw Oscar whispers, the validation of close friends can sometimes lag behind public adoration. Yet, in the Wicked 4 Good Stars case, the disbelief from his loved ones only amplified the surreal quality of the moment. Bailey admitted he was still processing it all, his mind a whirlwind of gratitude and bemusement. "Obviously, I'm incredibly flattered," he told People magazine in the aftermath, his words laced with that British understatement that makes his candor all the more charming. "And it's completely absurd." This absurdity, however, is what makes the Sexiest Man Alive title such a cultural phenomenon, a blend of tongue-in-cheek celebration and genuine appreciation for those who embody a certain effortless allure. For Bailey, at 37, it represented not just personal triumph but a milestone in representation. As an openly gay actor whose career has shattered stereotypes, his selection signaled a progressive evolution in how attractiveness is perceived and celebrated in mainstream media. He hoped, half-jokingly, that this accolade would shift dynamics in his personal life. "I f***ing hope so," he exclaimed to Fallon when asked if friends and family would treat him differently now, his profanity a spark of raw authenticity in the polished interview. Looking back at the lineage of this prestigious, and often hilariously unexpected, award, Bailey's win served as a fitting epilogue to 2024's honoree, John Krasinski. The Office alum, known for his boy-next-door charm and directorial prowess, had been equally floored by his own crowning the previous year. "Just immediate blackout, actually. Zero thoughts," Krasinski had shared with People, his reaction a masterclass in relatable shock. "Other than maybe I'm being punked." At 46, Krasinski's victory had upended expectations, proving that sexiness isn't confined to youth or conventional molds but blooms in the quiet confidence of midlife milestones. He hadn't anticipated the call, waking up that morning with no inkling that his day would pivot into magazine cover immortality. "That's not how I wake up thinking, is this the day that I'll be asked to be Sexiest Man Alive? And yet it was the day you guys did it. You guys have really raised the bar for me," he added, his humility turning what could have been a boastful moment into something profoundly endearing. Krasinski's joy extended beyond himself, rippling into his family life with wife Emily Blunt, the acclaimed actress whose sharp wit matches his own. Together they share daughters Hazel, 11, and Violet, 9, and Blunt's response to the news was pure gold. She was very excited, quipping that she planned to wallpaper their Brooklyn home with his magazine cover, a domestic declaration of love that blended domestic bliss with celebrity whimsy. Krasinski, ever the quick responder, fired back with mock horror, "Do we have that on camera? Because that's like a binding contract, I think. My children will love that, it won't be weird at all." It was a snapshot of partnership in the public eye, where vulnerability and humor fortify the bond against the glare of scrutiny. This familial thread wove through Krasinski's narrative, grounding his sexiness in the everyday magic of fatherhood and marriage, much like Bailey's own stories hinted at the anchors that keep him steady. But the 2025 edition of People's Honors didn't stop at one leading man. It expanded into a vibrant tapestry of reader-voted categories that celebrated the multifaceted nature of attraction. Dancing with the Stars emerged as a powerhouse, with Judge Derek Hough claiming the crown for Sexiest 40-year-old, a nod to his enduring vitality and the grace he exudes on the dance floor. Hough, whose career has been a whirlwind of lifts, spins, and emotional performances, embodies a sexiness rooted in discipline and passion, turning every paso doble into a lesson in magnetic presence. Complementing him was current contestant Dylan Efron, brother to the High School Musical icon Zac Efron, who snagged the award for Sexiest Tattoos. Efron's ink, a canvas of personal stories etched in deliberate strokes, added a layer of edgy allure to his athletic build, reminding us that true sexiness often lies in the narratives we wear on our skin. Venturing into the realm of sports, readers anointed 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey as the sexiest new dad. At the peak of his athletic prowess, McCaffrey welcomed daughter Colette in July with wife Olivia Culpo, the former Miss Universe whose poise rivals his on-field agility. Their union, marked by a one-year anniversary, is a testament to how fatherhood can amplify a man's appeal, transforming raw power into tender protectiveness. McCaffrey's dash across the gridiron, now intertwined with diaper changes and midnight feedings, paints a picture of modern masculinity, fierce yet nurturing, celebrated in equal measure. And rounding out the heartthrob contingent was Mason Thames, the young star of Regretting You, whose fresh-faced intensity earned him the title of Sexiest New Heartthrob. Thames, with his ability to convey depths of emotion in a single glance, represents the next wave of talent, where vulnerability meets virility in the uncharted territories of young adulthood.